Hey there, I'm Brandon, and this is Dirt Church Devotional. So, a couple days ago, I had an incident involving this bike. It's a BMW GS 1150. I had replaced the fork seals on it because I had a leaky fork seal. I took it out for a test ride, make sure everything was good. Everything was good. I came back, and as I'm putting it back in my barn, I'm idling it. I'm idling, going really slow. And I'm making a slight turn around some stuff, a toolbox and barbecue that I've got in here that we take out to Thursday Night Moto. Anyway, I'm making a slight turn there. Again, idling. I don't really know what happened next. All I know, I lost my balance. I fell over onto the toolbox. That bike, which weighs north of 500 pounds, landed on me, and I had to get it up. So I pushed the bike off me, I stood up, I lifted the bike up, and I got it moved. And as I looked down, I noticed blood on my pants. And long story short, when the bike fell on me, I don't know if you can see it, but this foot peg drove itself into my calf. Now, that resulted in a 3-hour visit to the emergency room, 20 stitches, 4 of them internal, 16 external, or 6 of them internal, I guess. Anyway, it's not a big deal. Anyway, you know what my first thought was? Well, besides, ouch, and I got to get this off of me. My first thought when I realized what happened was this. That's a lame story. I got to come up with a better story. I got to come up with something better than falling over in my barn to explain this injury. I mean, just about anything would be better. I was racing and the berm blew out. I was trail riding and I bounced off a tree. I was going down the road and a rabbit ran out and knocked me off into a ditch. Just about anything would be better. I know you're laughing thinking, well, that's kind of stupid. But you know, we do that with sin, or maybe even more accurately, the devil does that with sin. He likes to blow up the story on us and make it larger than life. Now, I'm not saying that sin is bad. All sin is bad. But Satan likes to make the story so big that you think you can't be forgiven. Now, in Jesus' Sermon on the Mount, he lets us know that sin is sin and it's bad. In fact, he says this, he says, you've been told not to murder, but I tell you, if you're angry with your brother, you've killed him in your heart. You're in danger of fires of hell. He says, you've been told don't commit adultery, but I'm telling you, if you've looked at a woman lustfully, you've committed adultery with her in your heart. It's not about completely the action, about the condition of the heart. You see, one sin is just as bad as another. It's going to lead you to the same place, separation from God. But in Romans chapter 5, we're told this, where sin increased, grace increased all the more. You see, it's by grace that we're saved through faith. And can I tell you something? And this ought to be good news. You cannot out-sin grace. Now, I don't lay that down as a challenge. I mean, the one thing that you can do is to not accept the grace, and then you're bound with your sin. But don't let the devil tell you that your sin, no matter how big it is too big for the grace of God. That's what Jesus came for. But also don't fool yourself and think, well, it's so small, it doesn't matter if you told a little white lie or you perjured yourself against the Supreme Court of the United States. Sin is sin, but Jesus came to deliver us from that. Don't let Satan tell you a story that's larger than life, that's bigger than the grace of God. Lean into Jesus' grace, know that forgiveness and that peace. Chew on that. We'll talk to you next time.